Hello again and welcome to the Little Milto channel. So, where's this HEPA filter then? This Milwaukee. It's here. Came in a box this size, and I must admit I didn't expect it to come in a box this size. I expected a cardboard box. So what I'll do is I'll get the box open and I'll show you the inside of the box and how it all came. Now this is inside the box now. Now the model number that I've got here is M12DE stroke OC, which cost me £126 for all this. We'll go through everything in a second. The other model, which comes with a 1.5 amp battery and a charger, model number is M12DE 15IC, and that costs about £226. Rather expensive for a 1 amp battery and a charger. So what do we all get? Well, this here is our HEPA filter here. You get 3 different handle bits, and this is the actual handle bit. This is the smallest one. We'll go through the sizes later. And this is for your different diameters, because your diameters basically are from 43 to 59 mil. And you get a spare one of these, and you get the bit here for actually sticking on the wall, and you put your drill bit through, of course. You see that attaches on the end there, but more about that in a minute. We'll show you. And up here is where the instructions are. So what I'll do now is we'll go back to normal, and I'll put everything out on the table and we'll go through it all. Or no, we won't. We'll have the close-up shot, I think, on the actual instructions, what actually it all does. Now, if we look here, it says HEPA. This is telling us it takes up to 120 mil bit. And this is your switch. It has off, it has on, and it has auto. More about this later. And it fits on Bosch, DeWalt, Makita, that's Hitachi. And as I said, it takes up to 43 to 59 mil in diameter on the handle. And one something to 16 mil, no idea. And it has a battery gauge on it as well. Now, your handle sizes are 43 to 46 mil, 48 to 55 mil, 56 to 59 mil. Now, this is the end bit, and this is where the dust goes in here, you see, and it gets sucked through there. But if you have to replace this, what you do is you push it in there with a screwdriver, you push it up slightly, and you pull it out, and you put the new one in. And if you look very carefully on here, you've got circlips. You can't actually replace this, just this bit here inside, by removing this with a pair of circlips. Although I don't know where to get spare parts from. You'd have to probably get in touch with Milwaukee for that, or a supplier that supplies Milwaukee stuff. Just push it back in like so, and that's it. So now we'll get around to the rest of the things. Now, one of the most important things I haven't mentioned in this yet is the fact is this is actually 12 volts. See? And it's universal, and it does actually fit in all those makes of drills that I actually read out. Whether it fits on every single one of them, well, that I can't answer. But however, we're now going to have a look at how this piece here actually attaches onto the front bit. And it's also universal left and right. So to fit this, you push it in like so to this side here, then you turn it to either left or right, whichever one you actually want, because it does go left and right, because as I've said, this thing is fixable left and right, and it's just been a pest now that it is. It's gone. Okay, so we've got that on, we know what that does. And up here, you actually have your depth stop, so if you're using a shorter drill bit, you'd actually move this like so. And as you can see, the measurements here actually move, which are actually in imperial and metric. So that's very good. And also this here is actually quite sturdy. I know it wobbles about a bit, but believe you me, it is sturdy. I think the Makita HEPA filter is a bit wobblier than this. Anyway, as we move along now, we've got our measurements here. You push this down here, you push this in, let it go again, and if you're using a shorter drill bit, that's what you would do, you'd set this up. See, because this is your depth stop here. So we'll get this back out again. Come on, there you go, back out. Now, if we look here, we see little metal brackets. They're also underneath here. this is how you would attach this on, but more about this later. So as I said, it is reversible. Now, we've got quite a lot of rubber on this one here, I must admit. And the rubber is practically all round it, to be honest with you, and it's even on here as well, which I think is good. It's very nice. And if you look up here, here's our switch here for switching it on and switching on to automatic mode. And when I put the battery in, I'll show you how those actually work. So if we come round the back, we now come to the HEPA filter housing where all the dust gets pulled into. So we'll just push this off quickly and we'll have a quick look inside. The dust actually comes drawn through here, you see, into the back bit here of the box here. And there's your HEPA filter there, which actually blocks it. We'll look at more of that. And there is your fan in there that sucks it through. And I think it spins at 22,000 RPM does the fan. So, how does the HEPA filter come to bits? Well, the HEPA filter just lifts out like this. Is there any numbers on it? No, there isn't a number on the HEPA filter. It just says Milwaukee HEPA filter. I thought they might put a number on so if you had to order a new one. And once you've done this, because all your dust would be in there, you tip it into a container like so, give this a dunk, knock off most of it, push it back in like so. And as I'm doing this a little bit back to front, bang it in like that, and it does take a bit of a bang, and you push it in. The battery, which this takes any 12 amp battery from Milwaukee, going the right way around of course, you push that in. So how does the switch work? Well, if you put it on the first one, you'll hear it, you know. It was an auto. What's going on here? There you go. That means you can use this as a vacuum cleaner. Now, when it's in automatic mode, like this one, how that works is, when you push down on here, which we're not in, because we've pushed it off. Of course I'm going back to front, I'm gonna, silly me. You push down, when you let go, it's supposed to run for about 3 seconds. I don't think it did. That ran more like for 5 seconds. Okay, then call me a liar then, you see. Now, I also said the middle position is automatic for like using it as a hoover or a vacuum. That gives me an idea. This may take some time, because I've got to do all the stairs and I've got 2 landings to do as well. So I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll catch you later on then, okay? Anyway, I also noticed something else. If you got it in there like this, look. Still went out. Yeah. Still works. You've actually got to hold it there for a bit. If you just do it quickly, it just switches off straight away. But it does run on for quite a bit actually, I must admit. At least 5 seconds I would say. So to get it back up again, you push this down, do that, and that's it, it's back up again. Okay? It's as easy as that. Now, here's the drill we're going to be using. It's a DeWalt, because this is universal and it fits other drills. The model number of this one, and this is an ancient drill, this, DW563GB. It's sold, this hasn't got chisel action on it. In fact, you can tell it's old because the depth stop in it is metal and the handle is also metal as well. That's how old it is. So I'll put that down in that box just now. Now, what they're saying is you don't mount this onto this first. But what I will do is I'll show you how this actually mounts first, because it might be a bit easier. The idea is we'll do it this way around. I think we can see this angle, can we? Yeah, we can. Maybe we're a bit down with the camera. Where's my thing? Oh, I've lost my thing. Oh, there it is. Now, the instructions state you got to put this on. How the bracket goes on, you put it in there, wrong way, you put it in there first, you pop it in there, and the black catch at the top, you actually push that in place, which is stiff. So then next, you then take your SDS drill, and you push it through here, and you take it up to the collet. Then you tighten the handle down on it, like so, making sure you've got the drill in place correctly. I don't know whether this is right or wrong, like so. Tighten the handle down. And really and truly, that should be you in place. And I must admit, pretty firm. And as I said, you've got left and right. But this also has one more little bonus feature to it. Let's lacking the handle off just now and I'll show you. You can move the handle to whatever angle you want as well. So you're not restricted with the handle on this. Which again, I think is a very good idea. And I must admit, this don't have to get some grip. I found the one with the DeWalt that I was using with the flexi hose. It's in one of my videos. That wasn't as good. So now I'll go find the drill bit. Now, I'm going to put a bit of grease on the end of this drill bit because this hasn't actually been used for a long time, this. So I'm just going to put some grease on it now. You don't need loads, just need a little bit. I'll do the slides in there. Because this has been actually taken to bits. Now, how you would put the drill bit in is you slide it through there first, because obviously you get grease everywhere. You line it up, a little turn like so, push it into place, and that's it. Now the drill bit here is coming through there just slightly. I'm not concerned about that because I've used HEPA filters before. The minute you start pushing down with it, believe you me, this thing will activate straight away and it'll just start sucking all the dust into it. Now if the bit was shorter, you would then readjust this piece down here and bring it back like so, you see. And you've also got to make sure that you're actually centralized as well in here, this bit here, because if you're not, you end up wearing down the oh, what do you call it, these bits here, which I've forgotten what you call them, the brushes if you like. So it's quite medicine, I must admit, by the looks of it, and it's actually not that heavy. I'm surprised. I'm not too sure I've got the handle in the right spot, but I'm not really bothered. It's only for an experiment. So let's go and drill some block then. Now that we've got to this point in the video, this is when it probably all goes wrong. Let's pull this table a bit closer. Okay, we've marked where we're going in here, and this is what we do. We're ready, we're going in the right direction, pull the trigger and let's go. Now, you see in there, no dust. What happens is, this is a far more efficient way of drilling, especially in block and concrete. Because as you're drilling in, it's sucking the dust out. So you don't get that blowback effect sometimes when you're going down. And that was an 8mm bit, by the way. I'll try the 16 in a little while. So as you're going down, it is a lot less friction, a lot less clagging. It's actually a far faster way to actually drill as you're doing it. And if you look very carefully, there isn't a lot of dust all over the place. It's still quite clean. Because eventually, there will be new rules and regulations coming out for dust, along with noise as well. Some of my friends are looking into this. And it's not only just you. What about everybody else round about you that actually works with you? I mean, they're going to suffer all the problems with the dust. There were one day, me and my sons were out, we had to batten out a whole room. It took us all day. There was that much mess at the end of it. It took us 40 minutes to clean it up. And when we came back the next again day, it didn't look like we'd done a very good job of it as well. I'm telling you, brick dust and concrete dust and block dust, they are a pain to clean up. Well, Milwaukee say it'll coat with 16mm. So let's go and try a 16mm bit out. That's what's in it now. no dust. What I'll do is, because the fact was it was an awkward angle and you couldn't see, I'll move the camera position for you. There we go. Perfect. Alright then. So we haven't got things like DeWalt and Hilti and Milwaukee's and Bosch and Makita drills. We've only got a cheap drill. Will it work on them? Let's go and find out. So, really cheap works drill. I think I paid about £40 for this in a sale. Bought it because it was cheap and it was cheerful. I just thought to put away it. So is this gonna work with the system? Let's find out. Oh, that's it. Gone. Well, you seen that? That worked. Let's try it with the 16mm, eh? Doing a very good job of that one, sucking it up. Mind you, this bit seems to be sticking through a bit further than it should. Just put it on my mind. Oh well, that's not working. Found out what part of the problem was. I don't really like doing 16mm too much, I must admit, because it's got blocked up. Because normally you'd be using it like that, but I found doing it downwards like this, it just kind of block up. So I'll empty the HEPA filter out. We'll have a look and see how much dust actually comes out of this now. Well, believe it or not, there ain't that much actually in there, to be honest with you. Oh well, saying that, and I've got some down the side there. There's still a bit in there. But unfortunate bad edge on here to pour out. Could have been better, must admit. And of course here's the HEPA filter, and the HEPA filter is actually quite blocked. Yeah, HEPA filter blocked up. So it's got to take constant cleaning of the HEPA filter, especially if you're doing big sizes like 16mm. They're going to clog up like crazy. See? I mean, did I say I'm getting almost half? I mean, I'm getting about a quarter just coming out the HEPA filter, and that's what happened. The HEPA filter actually blocked up on it. As you can see here, I went away and I got a percussion drill. I know it's an old one, and I thought I'll show you this actually on a percussion drill. So even the guys that use percussion drills, they have no excuses now for not actually using a dust extraction system on board. Although I will say this, it does add a little bit of a weight to it, and I must admit you can actually hold it like this and use this bit here as a handle as well. I didn't point that out, but this is actually quite heavy. It's heavier than actually the SDS drill, to be honest with you. So how do we dismantle all this? I suppose you could say the two ways. You could actually lift this here up like so, and then that's that dismantled from there. Or you could actually, while it was still on, undo the handle here. Now I know I didn't show you me actually putting all of these drills together. Trust me when I say this, they all went together so easy, it was unbelievable. Is there alternatives to actually using something like this here that is universal? Yes, you could use this here from DeWalt. Model number is D25301D. Mind you, it only mounts basically one way onto your drill. This here, you don't get spares of these. You only get one of these. It just attaches like so, like this, and reattaches by sliding it into place like this. And this actually has a hose pipe on it here. So if you're using a cable and if you've got the hoover attachment on your actual hoover, whereas when you pull the trigger it turns the current on, it will automatically start the hoover. The hose that comes with this, and you do get a hose with it, is absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit anything. So yeah, you could use something like this. Now we'll have a quick look at DeWalt's HEPA filter, which is not universal. It only works on the one drill, and this is a problem with DeWalt. DeWalt have done this, and so have Makita and a lot of other firms. They've just made it that it really only does specific drills in their fleet. So it means if you have got other drills, you have to keep buying different things. And this, in price wise, I think cost me 110, I think it was, whereas this was 126, and you look at what you get for it, and it does actually work. Model number for this is D25303DH. Now if we actually take the HEPA filter out of here and just lay this down somewhere safe up there, you can see what a part of the problem is. That this here, once we can get this thing out open, and remember how it actually opens, yeah, through the bottom, like so. You look at the size of the HEPA filter. I think in some ways Milwaukee could improve this by actually making it have a bigger HEPA filter on it. And the DeWalt has a system here that when you push this down, it directs the airflow down through in a different way. So it actually blows. That's right, it blows through the back here, the actual air into here, which blows the dust out. Although in Milwaukee's case, I think it's because it's the way it's designed, they couldn't do that. But they could, if you look at it. Oh yeah, and also they could improve this bit here, this lip, take it away and just make it smooth, so it actually is easy to pour out, because there's still quite a bit in there actually that I haven't gotten out. So really and truly what you're looking at is taking this out after so many holes. I mean, I worked it out that basically speaking, if the 16mm holes, count them as like 8mm holes, so every time 16mm, it would have been 2 8s, so that was 6, 7, 8. I only drilled 9 holes and it clogged up. You're going to end up taking this out quite a lot and doing this. But don't get me wrong, we've had to do similar things with these as well, because even the DeWalt and the Makita, they actually jam up. So anyway, you're faced with the problem, you're going to have to keep taking this thing on and off quite a bit to actually keep it running. But you get the same problem with the other HEPA filters as well, so this is something you have to live with. But you've got to look at the mess. If it takes you, it must have took us near enough an hour and a half total to clean the mess up, because we have to go and redo it all over again because of the amount of dust. These things work. Milwaukee themselves could actually make this bigger at the back end and make it hold more and make the filter actually bigger itself. So it could be done. And that's the easiest way of doing it. What do I mean? Take this back off again. You see how it was on there. If this was made bigger at the back, you could easily get a bigger filter in there to actually get past some of this problem. Because it is small, but really and truly, you do have to keep emptying these quite a lot, especially when you're doing big holes. And one thing more I forgot to point out, that this bit here is actually for storing drill bits in, which also matches up with this bit up here, so it keeps your drill bits safe and it'll stop them from bouncing about inside. Now just recently I've actually been playing quite a bit with brick dust, I suppose you could say, and I must admit the mess you get into, and that's even using hoovers and special hose pipes and special attachments on the end of grinders. The mess is unbelievable. This is going to save you time, it's going to save you money, because you're not having to clean up after yourself. This does it for you and it works.
and it's healthier for you, and it's got to be healthier for everybody around you as well. So yeah, this to me, this gets a thumbs up, and I must admit, game changer for little jobs and things like this. Yeah, it really is. I mean, you never got to replace the fact is a Hoover with an attachment on it is going to be a lot better, but this works no problem at all. It's easy to attach to drills. I thought it's going to be a bit fiddly. No, it isn't. It works perfect, and I just used the small one, and it's almost as if Milwaukee knew that that was the one you were going to be using most of the time anyway, to be honest. And when it finally happens that they start bringing out new rules and new regulations as well governing dust, you could find that you got to be forced down this route where you're going to have to start using things like this on your drills when you're drilling. The instructions are easy to follow on it as well, so I've got no problems with it. As for the HEPA filter maybe being a bit small, yeah, fine, but I can live with it. And once I train my sons up how to use it, they'll quite simply, after so many holes, just pull it out, give it a knock inside, knock the dust back, and off they'll go again. So for me, I'm happy with it. I'm going to give this a thumbs up on this one because it is good. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Okay, bye now.